Hello again, it's Joey John Maguire, back in my favourite Fulham London watering hole, the Cock Tavern on North End Road, bottom end, just round the corner from Fulham Broadway Underground Station, and still not so very far from Chelsea Football Club. Cock Tavern. I've known this pub for about 10-11 years now, since I first came to London. Used to be a regular here and then stopped for a long while, don't know why. Well, I do, but that happens. And started coming again about 9 months ago. And I'm telling you, this is a hell of a pub. It's just had a recent refurb. It's just to brighten it up a bit, but it's a retro pub with the most wonderful sun trap for a garden, run by a good friend of mine, Ziggy. He's a very pleasant landlord who is very friendly, and all his staff well trained. Wonderful food, good booze. What more could you ask? Anyway, I'm about to recite my latest poem, written in the early hours of this morning as per usual, and it's called Apologies Not Necessary. Don't worry. It's no longer necessary for apologies. The years have taught me not to expect them anyway. I have over time become immune to the heart-wrenching disappointment, so much so that my expectations from ignorance have been lowered somewhat. It's not your fault, so there's no need anymore for that look of shame. In fact, it's no one's fault. A migraine is just a mere headache, if you've never had the pleasure. A dispute is a dispute, and an accident is an accident, so long as it's not life-threatening. So how can I expect you to understand what my stress is, when you have neither felt nor shared my pain, if you've never experienced for yourself the living hell of real trauma? Our different forms of stress now run in parallel with each other. No doubt the twain will never meet throughout our lifetimes. Such is the way it is. It's not the friction caused by trivial annoyances, let's say on a sweltering summer's day, nor is it the sudden rash of temper, the undeniable frustrated outcome on a day when everything appears to go wrong. It's like being grabbed by the scruff of the neck, dipped screaming into a boiling cauldron of hot, burning fat, and left to run riot, still alive, like a headless chicken. So it's no real surprise to me in that you fail to fully understand exactly what it is that's going on. What surprises me more is that you are still here, as everyone else seems to have gone, and I do need you more than you will ever know. All I ask of you is not to judge me, for as I'm trying to explain, that during these episodes I find myself overwhelmed with everything spiraling out of control. I am unable to account for my actions. Such is the depth of my relentless suffering, my never-ending predicament. Please don't think for a moment that I am not remorseful, because I am, and far more than most would ever feel. I bear the guilt of those who inflicted this upon me. I am the whipping post of circumstance. I am the tortured victim. And even though it's not my fault, I would like to apologize that I have become the man I am. And that poem is directed to my support worker, who I apologize to for putting through the grinder last week. Very sorry, Giselle.